the thinking in bringing Nick Mullins in?
Thinking is get a quarterback in here, take a look at him. He has some prior experience in this system. TC McCartney was with him in San Francisco, so had some intel on him as a person and a player.
You only had 3 defensive ends on that 53, but obviously you brought in Weaver and Portegas. Do you feel you need to add another one before you get to the regular season?
Jeff, I'd say we'll see. As you know, the roster's fluid. We talked about it yesterday. That's the initial 53, and we'll see how it plays out over the next couple of days.
I know the hope is to bring guys back on the practice squad when they have to be cut, but is it a relief when you're able to see guys show back up on the practice field?
I think there is, Scott, and I got to talk to a bunch of those guys yesterday, and you really do want what's best for them. So if guys land on another 53, you're happy for them. When they don't, you want them to be here because we know them. We feel like we're a big part of their development. I feel like they can get better here. So it is great to see a bunch of faces back out there.
Are you waiting on others, 5 spots open, other of your own players, or is this going to be a 10 that you brought in familiar with the team?
Yeah, I think it's all, I would tell you, Tony, it's in flux. It's also, you're claiming some guys that aren't, or not claiming, you're putting some guys in your practice squad that don't live in Ohio, so you have to wait for them to travel into town potentially. So those are the type of things that we'll work through that in the next couple of days.
How's Tack McKinley? Has he been able to get back up to speed since he missed some time?
Yeah, I think he's working his way back, spending a lot of time in the meeting rooms, a lot of time on the field here with Coach Kiff and Coach Garrett, getting some good reps. So he's working his way back.
Kevin, you guys kept every player you drafted the last 2 years. Is that just sort of a philosophy that you want to bring these guys in and develop them and be able to put that time in?
Well, obviously we want to do a good job on our draft evaluations as an organization, and certainly that's the goal. But to be able to do that and develop these young guys, it's a big piece of who we are. We want to have a bunch of good young players that we feel like with our coaches, with our strength staff, with all of the resources here that we can develop them into contributors.
Kevin, with no fourth preseason game, it almost feels like a bye week. It's a little bit odd. Is there an advantage to that, or is it, I don't know, what's your thoughts on just having that extra time to get ready for the opener?
So I tell you, Tom, that's new, obviously not having the game. It's also new having a mandated 3-day weekend off, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you have to think about, with that already mandated across the league, what do you want to get accomplished this week leading into next week? So those were some of the things we talked about and putting the plan together this week.
What do you want to get accomplished this week?
Good question. I think today, obviously, refining some skills, taking a look at some nuances, wrinkles to things that we want to do, work crowd noise today, work 2-minute drill today. So there's a bunch of situational things that we're trying to put a check next to this week.
I know JC's a gamer, but he hasn't been with the team in a week or whatever. Do you expect him to be ready week 1?
I do.
Is Joel your emergency center?
Nick Harris snaps for us. Blake Hance snaps. Joel obviously has that ability. Michael Dunn has that ability.
Kevin, with you guys keeping Jacob Phillips, obviously we know the IR rules.
Right.
But, have you got some good news on him? Like, did he have surgery, and is it giving your medical staff more information they've been able to give you?
He has had surgery. He's here. He's rehabbing here, and then we'll, hopefully he attacks this rehab like I know he will, and then see where we are as he gets healthy.
So, but obviously, you have reason to be optimistic he could play again in 2021.
Yes.